Good morning. It is day 20 on the PCT. I'm up nice and early again. Hoping to do a 17.9 mile day. So this way I have under 7 miles to get into Big Bear, the next town, which I want to narrow into, which I like to do definitely under 10 miles for me to be considered a narrow. But so yeah, and then I have to go at least 15 miles because that's where the next water source is. So should be good. But I woke up this morning and there was ice on my tent. So it was a pretty cold night, but I was nice and warm in my sleeping bag, so that was good. But yeah, looks like a beautiful day. Let's get going. This time between like 6 a.m. and like 7:30 is probably one of my most favorite times of the day. It's just so peaceful out here. Lots of birds chirping, and it's really cool out, so it makes the hiking really nice and easy. So I love this time of day, and you get to watch the sunrise, which is pretty cool. So my mum asked me a couple of days ago a question about my food and am I doing anything differently from the AT to doing the PCT. So I thought I'd kind of show you guys what I eat in a day at the moment. So I haven't eaten anything yet today. Which at the start I was eating breakfast at camp before I got going, but I'm trying to see if I can walk for an hour, then stop and eat. So I've just found this nice little log here, so I'm going to stop for breakfast here. So the biggest difference between the AT and the PCT, on the AT I pretty much just had breakfast essentials and a coffee sachet, and then I'd have that at camp, and then maybe like an hour or two later I'd have a bar. But I've switched it up and I've got some cold soaked oats. So I've got 2 packets of like instant oats. So I've got, these ones are like protein oats. If I have or can find or split a packet of breakfast essentials with someone, I'll add it in as well. But this, I ran out, so I just have oats and coffee sachet, and I carry a little thing of cinnamon and salt I add to it, so not too bad. So far I'm not sick of it, so let's see how long that lasts for. So I've just finished that. It was pretty cold just sitting there, so I ate it quite quickly. But I do find that the oats give me a lot more energy than like the breakfast essentials. So far really enjoying that. Occasionally I'll add other things to it. Like if I find a small packet of granola kind of thing, I'll add it to it. Give it a bit of crunch, different flavour. Sometimes some nuts. So yeah, try spice it up every now and then. yeah, that's my breakfast, and then hopefully I'll go another, depending on how hungry I am, hour to 2 hours before I have a bar. I wonder why it was cold. There's snow, so it must still be pretty cold up here for there still to be snow on the trail. This is when it's fantastic to be short, because I can just duck underneath and don't touch the tree. This is pretty cool. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw this letterbox up on its side, and inside is a little log. So I wrote my name, Little Peak. So if anybody behind me wants to know where I've been, it's quite cool. And then you just put it back in there and close it up. Alrighty, so it's been another 2 hours from breakfast. I've done just 6.9 miles from camp this morning, so not too bad. So I'm going to have my first bar, which today is a Lunar bar, which I absolutely love these ones, and it's lemon and blueberry flavour, so this is going to be nice. So now I've had a little snack break and a little sit on the rock. I'm going to start cold soaking my lunch, which I've really been enjoying doing. So I've got a Northside, I don't know what flavour this one is, and some refried beans. So I'm going to add that to my container. Now I give it a little shake, mix it all around, and now it's all ready for lunchtime. This is pretty cool. Just walked upon this. 250 miles. Wow. The other really cool thing, my mum texted me last night. Today I'm going to hit 400 kilometers, which is wild. It does not feel like I've been out here long enough to have walked 400 kilometers. So it's so cool. So it's like 10:30 now, or just after 10:30. So a little over an hour and a half from my last bar, and I'm starting to get a bit hungry. So while I walk, I'm gonna have an RX bar. So on this trail, I'm trying to be better at eating when I'm hungry. Sometimes I can be bad at just wanting to keep push the miles or keep going and stop at another point. So I'm trying to be better at eating when I'm hungry, so I feel my body. There's a cool little water cache here if you needed water. But there's only 4.5 miles to the next water source, so I think I have enough water. So I'll leave that for somebody who does need some water. I have just hit 12 miles before 12. It's only like 11:15. which means I only have like 6 miles to go to camp. So I really want to find a nice lunch spot, and I'll take a really long lunch break. There is like a camping spot in like 2.6 that has picnic tables, but that would be a very long little bit before stopping for lunch. So we'll see. If I find somewhere nice along the trail, I'll stop along here. Otherwise, I'll just keep walking to that picnic spot, I guess. But the terrain has been really, really nice today. Just found this little spot on the side of the trail, so I'm probably going to stop here for lunch, because otherwise I'll have not too much walking to go. Alrighty, so it's like 40 minutes later from when I said I was going to stop and chill here for my lunch. I had service, so I called my family. They were just waking up, so that was really nice to chat to them, because I feel like I haven't talked to them for ages because I've been in this service dead zone. But obviously I've been able to communicate with them over Garmin, so that's really cool. But it is now lunchtime. But while I was talking to them though, I was snacking on some salt and vinegar almonds, which I saw. I want to say her name is Liz, and she's out hiking the PCT this year. I saw them on her YouTube, and I was like, oh my god, I really want to try them. So I finally found them, and they are delicious. And I also snacked on, where'd they go? Some lollies or candy. This is my lolly bag. I keep adding to it when I get to town, and so I get accumulated different flavour lollies. So at the moment it's got like original Sour Patches and lemonade flavour Sour Patches. So sour lollies are my favourite. But on to the main course. I have my beautifully cold soaked Northside with refried beans, and then I'm going to pot it onto a tortilla. Let's see if I can do this while filming. So we just put a couple of spoonfuls on. The key is not to overfill it. It's probably pretty good. Occasionally I'll add some chips to it, but I'll have some left over in here, so I'll probably add the chips in here once I've had 2 wraps of it. Yum. Oh, this is a new flavoured Noa. Or is it new flavour beans? Well, something in here is spicy, but kind of nice. But wasn't really expecting that. Wrap number 2. Now for the last little bit. I've got some Fritos. I'm going to add them in. It's going to be maybe a little hard to eat because it is way spicier than what I thought it was going to be, but oh well, it's got to be eaten. That was probably one of my least favourite Northsides refried beans that I've done as a combo. I got the like spicier bean mix for that one. I didn't know how spicy it was going to be, and then I got a different Knorr packet, and I think the combo of them were both really spicy. So I had to like kind of force myself to finish it off. But I'm happy that's done. I'll probably have to now just eat a couple of Sour Patch Kids to, you know, balance it out. And then I'm going to start putting my shoes back on and getting back out hiking, because it's now 1 o'clock. So I've been here for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, just chilling, talking to my family and eating lunch. It was quite nice. But yeah, time to slowly get moving again. Those look like some angry clouds over there. Let's hope they stay over that way and don't come this way. That is so weird. Those are like wires. Why are there wires coming out of the ground? This is so cool. I was coming down this way and I rounded the corner. Luckily I looked and there's some trail magic. And there's actually some stuff in here. This is some pretty cool stuff. Whoa. Wow. That's insane. That's so cool. RX bars. Wowza. I think some beers. I don't drink beer though. Ooh, yummy. That is so cool. Not very often do you walk across them and there's actually things in them. I just took a little chocolate and this cool date bar. And there was like this super sweet note inside it. You guys should go back and pause it. It was so cool, so motivational. I love it. It's all the small things out here make such a huge difference. Oh yeah, just made it to my camping spot. And it looks like I'm the first one to it. But I know there's a group of 5 behind me also coming here. And Cash. So I won't be alone, but I get first pick of the spot. And I think for crushing the miles today, celebratory Snickers is on the cards. Today's dinner is a Knorr Alfredo, and I got a chicken packet to add to it.
That's like the reason for me to switch to the other one. On his bungee cords.
Dude.
And he was like with some people, and I didn't ask. I was just like amazed.
A laptop, you know, it's like laptop like this big, and you'd flip it open, you put the disc.
Alrighty, so I've obviously made it to camp. I've had dinner. I did 17.9 miles today, and it was awesome. I like smashed just under 13 miles before 12. I sat at lunch and called my parents and my sister, which was really fun. Just as I was kind of waking up, it was perfect timing to call them, and chatted to them, which I felt like I hadn't done in ages. And the miles were just really cruisy today. It was really, really nice. So yeah, it was an absolutely awesome day. And Mia, Sidetrack, have rocked up this afternoon to the same camping spot, which is really cool because tomorrow I'm staying with Mia and her dad at an Airbnb and some of these other guys. So that was awesome, and she's super funny to be around. It's so much fun. Yeah, it was an awesome day, and I got to show you guys a little bit of kind of what I eat in a day on the PCT. Obviously day to day, some days it changes a little, but my biggest change from the AT is I'm trying to have a better breakfast, trying to snack throughout the day when I'm hungry and stop when I'm hungry, and eat, because when I had that RX bar, the last couple of miles just flew by. It was crazy. So got to remember that when you feel yourself right, you can go really fast. So yeah, no, it was awesome. And then dinner was good. Wasn't my most favorite dinner. It's one that I bought in, what was it, Warner Springs. I've just been telling myself I have to eat it, so I ate it. And then my other biggest change that I've been doing towards town is trying to eat more veggies. So I've been eating a lot of bag salads and freshness. So trying to get that all in while I'm in town. And then I was hoping to find couscous in this last resupply, but I'm also trying to be a little bit more creative in the things I eat, switching them up, not eating just the same old things. So I'll show you as I go if I make up any new recipes or try any new foods. But yeah, but if you guys have any questions on things I do out here or want a little bit more explanation, leave it in the comments, because I was thinking maybe every now and then I could start showing different things that maybe I don't think to show, but you guys would want to see. So let me know, and maybe you'll see it in a video. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.